All right. What's up, guys? Sneaky Cock Up. I'm back with another video on this Thursday. Happy Thursday. And I apologize, I don't have my microphone in today, so the audio might not be as good. But today I wanted to talk about how I don't think you should be using the event troops anymore. I'm finding that with this war, we've had this war was kind of a struggle. We had a lot of fails in the war, unfortunately. And I think people just get really used to just not using their brain. And I think if you're preparing for CWL, I really think that it might be time to pivot to utilizing troops that you're going to use in CWL. Because I think we might be in for, and we've been discussing this, we might discuss potentially just trying a regular war without using the event troops, or encouraging people not to use the event troops, because it's simply it's going to be, especially with people getting their defenses up too this month, like it is just only going to be to our detriment, because we're facing off in Masters 1. Like we're getting newly promoted, and then we have to face off against, these brutal, it'll feel more brutal because the overkill component of it, is just astronomical. Like, this strategy right here is so mindless in the fact that, I usually have been getting 320. I actually somehow got plus 67 yesterday in Legends League. So we'll see if we can actually push to a relatively high level. The one benefit that has helped is I've been able to put my minion prince down, which has been great, to get him up to a decent level and utilize my king, who's maxed. But I would still say that we're getting closer to the end of the CWL. We got a week in, and I think it just takes a little bit of time as far as preparing for CWL. If you're in a higher league, I would really start to concentrate more on farming and stuff. You could still use the event troops and swapping them out. But I've been starting to practice a little bit with my regular troops, go back to the RC push. The timing always takes a little bit longer. And honestly, I've just been getting a little bit bored. It's just getting to the point where it's like, oh my God, these troops are just so good. And they're just, the game, it's just not as intense anymore, because it's like, all right, I'm just going to absolutely wreck these troops, these bases that are, higher. And honestly, it makes me lazy to the point where we had quite a bit of fails. This is a Masters League 1 clan that we were facing off against, and we had several fails in our clan. And that's also tough for me as a leader, because I can't really tell if you're good at attacking. We've had some decent players join recently that I'm excited for. Obviously I hope that, they have legitimate bases, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're really good at attacking, right? You don't have to be that good to get 3 stars over and over and over and over again when, so as a leader, I'm trying to encourage people to be like, hey, scale back just a little bit here. Let's try regular troops here. And the good thing is obviously the event's going to be over, with some days to spare. I'm just thinking maybe time to get kind of a head start on starting to grind and get, ready for CWL. Because especially for us getting into Masters 1, this is a very important month, to where it's like, I think we could promote. We have all 17s, maybe, I kind of checked this, maybe 116. Declan, you better promote. He's the only one, but he's really, really good. So, mostly Town Hall 17s. And, I think we have a good chance of getting promoted to Champs 3. We never know, but I really do think that we are ready, primed and ready to go. We have some good bases. A lot of people have gotten their troops up, but I also think that we could be in for a rude awakening. And honestly, everybody's in the same boat, right? So it's about adapting. And, how things went with last CWL is like we had a tough clan on day 6 and they didn't use the event troops. And I think just like they had one of their worst days attacking and they didn't use the event troops. And we just used the event troops and absolutely cooked them. Like it wasn't even close. And so we adapted really, really well. Now it's time to adapt the other way. And I think that it is pretty important. I don't know what other clans are thinking as far as going into this, but I'm a little bit concerned, and I think that's why I don't think people should be using the event troops for war anymore, because I think we might be in for a rude awakening, unfortunately. Let me see. I got another one chest. You get one chest if you answered all the questions right. Let's see if I got two wizard towers ready. I don't think, maybe I didn't answer the question right on these. Let's see, I thought I answered the question right. Oh, scattershot's done. Did I not? Okay, I guess I didn't. But anyways, let me know what you guys think. Please like, comment, subscribe, and peace.